At Summer Game Fest, we were treated to the surprise announcement of Sonic Superstars. Fortunately, Sega brought an early build of the game to Playdays, and I was lucky enough to sit down with it and put the demo through its paces. On top of that, I was able to ask Sonic Team's Takashi Iizuka about Superstars, Sonic Mania, and the future of the franchise, so stay tuned. Superstars is an interesting game. It's jointly developed by both Sonic Team and Arzest. I've seen a lot of worry about Arzest's involvement with the game, and I can see that angle based on the development team's, well, history. But after having played the game, I can say those fears are unfounded. Arzest was likely the best possible choice for an external development house, as it's home to several Sega alumni, most notably Naoto Oshima and Yutaka Sugano, both of whom worked on earlier Sonic titles. It's clear too that expertise is exactly what Sonic Team is looking for. Here's what Takashi Iizuka had to say about working again with Naoto Oshima. I've been friends with Oshima-san for a while, and we'd frequently talk about how we should make another Sonic game together. He brings valuable experience working on classic Sonic titles, and I trust his understanding on how to make a true classic Sonic game and his ability to execute well on the final product. Sonic Superstars feels like Sega wanted to take the Mania series in-house, modernize its visuals, and make something akin to Sonic's version of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, in that it takes the mechanics of a beloved series and reinvents them in new and exciting ways while maintaining the muscle memory that older gamers like myself have built up over a lifetime with these characters. When I asked Iizuka-san about Superstars' relationship with Sonic Mania, he offered the following. A lot of the inspiration for Sonic Superstars did come from Sonic Mania's development, and we knew with Superstars that we wanted to create a 2D Sonic side-scroller that was more modern, honored Sonic's classic 2D platforming roots, and could stand next to 3D games like Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Superstars is an evolution and provides us a new format to build on for future classic platforming games, which will continue to evolve and exist alongside more modern 3D titles. The demo I played consisted of 2 zones, each with 2 acts. At the start of the demo, I could choose any of the 4 currently announced playable characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Amy in particular was interesting to me, as this was my first opportunity to play as her in a 16-bit style title ahead of the release of Sonic Origins Plus, and for all intents and purposes, she and the rest of the crew played just as I would expect from Mania or the original 16-bit trilogy, and that's the highest praise I can give to a new Sonic game. In Sonic Superstars, Amy comes armed with her hammer much as she does in Origins Plus, which she swings as she jumps through the air. Sonic has his classic pre-Sonic 3 moveset with the addition of the drop dash, Tails can jump, spin dash, and fly, and Knuckles can still climb and glide in addition to his spin dash and jump. The game feels very much like an extension of Sonic 2 in that way, though the bonus stages are more reminiscent of Sonic 1. The trailer indicated Sonic Superstars offers 4-player couch co-op. Sorry online fans, but for the purpose of the demo we were limited to a single-player experience. Chaos Emeralds were also present in the demo, which raises my hopes for finally seeing a proper Super Amy. No, Origins Plus doesn't count. Chaos Emeralds now give you powers, however. In the demo we were able to obtain the Blue Chaos Emerald, which granted us the ability to swim through waterfalls, which will no doubt open up new routes, adding a nice extra layer of explorability to what is otherwise a very true to the original Sonic game. On the topic of moving classic Sonic to 3D, Iizuka-san had the following to say. Sonic Superstars is truly an evolution of classic 2D Sonic gameplay and is the new direction for the classic Sonic series moving forward. The 3D visuals allow us to do things inside of 2D gameplay that we haven't done before, like moving the character around the zone in ways that are difficult to accomplish with pixel art. Boss battles are also more complex and engaging in a 3D space. 3D gameplay also makes the special stages easier to create and play, allowing them to stand out better than before. Sonic's original outings are among my favorite games of all time, and Superstars, at least so far, feels like it fits in well with them. The build I played was early and still exhibited some issues that will almost certainly be ironed out ahead of the game's fall release. In some instances I noticed minor frame rate drops, and loading screens were longer than I would expect on PS5. But none of that affected just how much I enjoyed my brief hands-on experience. Sonic and the rest of the crew's 3D models are perfect to their 90s debuts, and I love it for that. As I watched the gang zip through the 2 zones, for a moment I felt like I was 9 years old again, playing in the soft glow of the CRT in my room, ready to jot down my high score in the back of the game's manual. Even at this early stage, it's clear that Sega has put a lot of love and effort into Sonic Superstars. Each of the characters handled true to their roots, and Sonic and company have never looked this good. The level design is what I've come to expect of the first development team to give Mario a run for his money. Seeing Sonic zip through the jungle as Tails took on enemies in the background, or seeing Amy fight one of Dr. Robotnik's evil contraptions filled me with a sense of nostalgia I don't often get from brand new games. Sega and Arzest have put their best foot forward with Sonic's newly announced outing, and if the final release stays true to what I played at Summer Game Fest, the race for Game of the Year may have just become a little bit tighter.